So basically, I was looking the opposite direction of Jay, and just around the bend, I saw a light that looked like as bright as a flashlight, or if somebody had even turned on a lamp and then turned it off. And so it was quite bright, and so we stepped back a little bit that direction and called hello, hello to make sure if it's a person, and nobody's answering.
Can you show us right where you saw it? Because it's right behind us. Let's go. Let's go walk over there.
Yeah. It is. I'm filming nothing.
No, I heard something. Yeah, you looking at that too? Right in the middle.
Maybe just hot spots on the tree.
Okay.
I don't want to take my eyes off from up there, though.
No, that was actually really killer. So we've been just standing here, just observing, listening for that light source that we thought maybe was a flashlight or a person. We never heard anything. We're beyond that spot. We thought we would sit and observe again. Totally open, starry night. Actually, my wife called, Katie, and she just witnessed a really long orange light going through the sky
At 9:30.
at 9:30, coming west on Highway 50. We just happened to be looking up. Actually, Mary did, and you saw it first. And what did you see?
It was a white, fast-moving, silent object that was just gliding, sliding across the sky.
And the only way I can explain it is the first thing I thought was satellite. I've seen them hundreds of times.
Like, is that? I'm like,
but it was low, it was bright, and it cooked across the sky. We watched it. Now, Mary was trying to get the video equipment, but that's a hard thing to do when you're out here and you're trying to find the pieces of equipment to try to film and document it. But
and on top of one of the other things is I have an app on my phone that has the sky, so I wanted to real quick map it, map where everything is, including where the satellites are. If that's what we saw, maybe is that what Katie saw.
Right.
But in particular, when an incident happens, that's the problem. When you're out at night, it's dark, you're somewhat fumbling, trying to get the right piece of equipment or app, and you can't capture what. And I did it a second time, had my phone out, when that second one, and it won't, that was my phone camera.
Right.
It's not going to pick that up.
Well, we saw that one, and then you were looking out. I was just...
Yeah, we both,
was
the
excited.
Next one.
And then you saw another one out there gliding. But then the third one was super bright. I mean, okay.
Are you talking about the flash one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, again, what we're looking there is to see if it's a shooting star. We've seen them 100 times in our lifetime. But this just corresponded with what we just saw.
Right.
It's pretty cool. So we're gonna keep looking up. We just wanted to document this.
And I think it was really interesting because too, when Katie called and she had seen what she described as a bright orange light orb thing that she thought it was going to come down some sort of fire.
Right.
At about the same time she saw that, while we were on the path out here, related or unrelated, I don't know, but approximately the same time frame, there was a white flash that looked, I thought it was a person, meaning that it was like a half flashlight, because it literally was that bright and then just went boom out as if somebody just did, that. So.
All right, well, let's keep looking.
Yeah. All right, awesome.
Okay.
It's like the Lucy
We
show.
had to move. Strange things happened as we were doing the testimony. And what was really weird is my dash cam was actually looking at something that we weren't looking at. Now, I don't know if it froze or what it did, but it kind of freaked me out. And all of a sudden, these lights I was seeing up in the trees as I was looking at your camera, I was seeing like lights or flashes. And this is after we saw the UFOs. Anyway, we're going to start strictly from the beginning. Mary, we got Mary out in the woods again because she is mapping and GPSing this new area that we are doing, and that we are going to do a joint effort, and our team's coming out here to basically be in 2 areas at once.
Correct.
Stay in communication
Yeah.
and try to document that way. Okay, so we started off during the day so you could see the lay of the land.
Right.
And we stayed out there until the dark. And it was really no activity that I heard. Plenty of birds. Then when it got darker, frogs, nice and loud, and then you heard the plants growing or something, or whatever it was. So that was all
I heard the plants
moving. So then, this is where it started to get weird, and this is what you saw.
All right, you want me to start at the flashlight, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
And explain the details of everything that you saw, where it was, the time, guessing the time.
All right, so we were standing on the path. I was basically looking one way. Jay was kind of looking another direction, at which point I see a glow of a light, but no sooner than I see it, I literally see it just up and it's out. And I'm like, whoa, because that's really what caught my attention, because the thing was, it went out like a flat light. So at one point I said, did you see that? And I kind of knew you hadn't, because it's just directions.
It was right
Yeah.
behind me.
Right. And so at that point I'm like, so we just start walking that direction.
And by the way, my alert went up immediately, because when Mary sees something, it's something. Because you don't see too much when it's out here, but it was behind me. So you started to say that there was a light. You just kind of walked by me, and we're going to start to walk up there. And then and then you start calling out, hello.
It is.
Hello. And I'm like,
instead
what are
of
you
like
doing? Let's hide
staying
instead.
Let's hide.
Hello, we're right here. No, I'm just.
No, but because it is, you know what? I think it is that mentality. You hear something, you got to go for it. Where most people walk away, that's what we do.
And we did. And I took out the thermal, and I actually did the whole thermal read. But again, a thermal is not an X-ray. It doesn't go through solid objects such as trees or plenty of brush. And there was a lot of leaves out there.
But,
so
see, my concern is that it was a person. And now, because I am saying hello and no one's responding, that concerns me. Because it was a half flashlight, kind of light that comes on and goes off. So you did pull out the thermal. You did not find anything. I actually had the IR camera going a little bit. I don't know if you realized while you were doing the...
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And so now it goes into Katie calling.
Yeah, and then Katie calls, and she explains that why I'm never driving with her, because this is the second time, I believe, she has seen something. Tonight, right around the same time, this is where it gets kind of weird, is from what she explained, it was really bright orange and lasted for seconds while she was going west on Highway 50, and she was actually expecting it to, to come over this little hill and feel that and feel that we were that she would have seen something burning or whatnot.
Right. She was like, bright orange.
Yeah, and right after that, we hung up, and
so which was good, because I said, that's interesting. It probably totally unrelated, but it was about 10 minutes ago when I had saw the light on the path.
Yeah.
So it was not orange, it was white, and I'm sure it was unrelated. However, at which point we just decided to start kind of observing again.
Right.
I don't know why, but I was drawn to, maybe because of Katie, I'm sure that's why. I was looking up at the sky, and I'm looking, and something kept catching the way it was kind of moving and the brightness, and I'm like, wait a minute. And so at a certain point, after a few minutes of standing there, I kind of just left. I just started walking away.
Yeah, and I didn't understand why.
And so about 15 feet, and I said, I'm trying to catch something, and I'm trying to go in between the trees. And then which got your attention, and we're looking up.
Well, then you said, Jay, what is that? That's what you think you said.
And I'm like, yeah, Jay, look look at that.
And then I'm
Look
looking,
at
I'm
this,
like,
look
oh
at
yeah,
this."
I've seen them 100 times. It looked like a satellite. And
And-
you're like, are you sure? Or
I'm like,
you think it
is
is?
it?
And also I'm looking at it and it seemed really low but really bright.
It was
And
not a satellite.
no, and it was cooking. It was going fast. I mean, I can't say it was,
It was
you
bright.
know.
There was no sound. It was going
Right.
fast.
Exactly. So at that point, I know Mary was trying to get the equipment going and everything. Me, I knew that no equipment I had could have recorded this. So I was just enjoying the sight. And I'm just like awestruck, just like, whoa. You
See,
know?
and that's the problem we had said earlier too, is that when you're in these situations, it's nighttime, you've got backpacks, equipment, you're trying to pull things out. I was even considering at one point, because there's an app on the phone,
Right.
which is maps the sky to see if we could catch anything live with that, besides just wanting to film something.
Right.
Because everybody sees these things and then nobody gets it filmed. So we're standing, and I'm like, of course, it's not going to do it. And now I started to see something again, and I think I said, I'm sure I probably would have said something to you.
Yeah, you
But
did.